Alright, let's look at the practice exam 2, problem number 9. Alright, so let's find the derivative of this given function. Alright, so y prime is equal to, alright, so since the first term is the product of x and inverse hyperbolic sine of x over 2, I'm going to use the product rule here. Alright, derivative of the x, first guy is 1. Times inverse hyperbolic sine of x over 2. Right? Plus, first guy is x. Then we take the derivative of the inverse hyperbolic sine of x over 2. Alright, so the derivative of the inverse hyperbolic sine of x is 1 over square root of 1 plus, right, in this case inside function is x over 2, so you have x over 2 squared. Then you have to multiply by derivative of the inside function, so derivative of x over 2 is 1 over 2. Right, so this is just a chain rule here. Right, then we need to take the derivative of the second term, so it's going to be negative here. Right, as usual, I'm going to just rewrite this guy square root as, so quantity 4 plus x squared raised to the 1/2 power. Alright, so we put the 1/2 in front, and then quantity 4 plus x squared. Subtract 1 from the power, so it's negative 1/2. Then multiply by derivative of inside, so it's chain rule, so it's going to be 2x. Alright, so let's clean it up a little bit. Alright, so we have first term is just inverse hyperbolic sine of x over 2. Alright, and here second term would be, alright, so there's x there, so we have x, so I'm going to put it on top. Alright, so remember that 2 is same thing as square root of 4, right? So if you put 4 inside the square root there, so we multiply the denominators together, we're going to get the square root of, right, 1 times 4 is 4, right, plus, right, so x over 2 squared is x squared over 4, so if you multiply by 4, you just get x squared, right? And the last term, we can cancel 2 on the bottom and 2 on top. Alright, so we have x there. So we put it on top. So it's going to be minus x over. Alright, then we have negative power, which means that 4 plus x squared lives downstairs. And since you have a 1/2 power, that corresponds to a square root. Alright, so that's the last term. Then you notice that the second term and the last term is the same thing with different sign. Then we can cancel those guys out, so we can scratch those. Alright, then what's left is inverse hyperbolic sine of x over 2. Right? So that is the answer there. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.